fantastic. He is really great, fantastic.
It's hard just to say at this stage, but I can't see any holes in him. He looks very, very good to me. Probably, I'd say, the best fighting man that Ireland has ever produced.
For almost a month now, Barry McGuigan's day has started just after dawn with a 6-mile run. Away from his family, staying at his manager's home, it's the decidedly unglamorous aspect of a career that has brought him 13 wins in 14 professional fights, and now to the threshold of a major breakthrough as a world-class fighter. For the 22-year-old from Clonus, tonight's Ulster Hall title fight is the most important in his career to date, and no one is more conscious of this than McGuigan himself.
I'm very conscious of the importance of this fight. I know that it's to step up into the big time. I know how important it is. I've trained very hard and I just want to get on with it. I'm looking forward to it and I don't want to let anybody down. A boxer's life is a very lonely life. You're on the roads in the morning on your own doing your road work, and when you're in the ring it's a very manly sport. You're in there and it's a very individual sport. You're on your own, and really you've got to, when I'm out on the road, I think a lot of what my trainer has told me, what mistakes I'm doing, trying to capitalise on them, trying to correct them and rectify what I've done wrong. And also I try to think of my opponent, what type of a style he has, what way I intend to fight him. And also, sometimes sing a song and make tune as we're going along.
It runs in the family.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I put the crows out of business. My father keeps telling me that anyway. The differences are you've got to be able to pace yourself. It's a slightly slower pace in one respect and faster in another. You've got to make every punch count. You don't hit a fella, you don't throw a punch if you think you're going to miss him. You hit him on the target every time.
Yeah, you had an old failing that Ken Buchanan worked out for you. What was that?
Oh yes, we were sparring with Buchanan down in Lisbon.
There's a tune you can demonstrate. Show me.
No, I used to throw my left hook, as I say, that way, and I'm leaving my body open. And with Buchanan, I done it once or twice, and he just smacked me one right underneath the heart. That happened a couple of times, and we learned from our mistakes there. We didn't do it anymore.
It was pretty simple for him. After we put in a lot of months of hard work, it just came and he got adjusted to it.
What were the initial mistakes that he was making? I mean, he mentioned the wide swing that Buchanan
Well, he's inclined to lose, at that particular time, concentration, which was one of the main factors in this game here. Right. You must have your concentration at all times.
Kind of get frustrated too, wasn't it?
At times, if he couldn't tag somebody, he would just go after them.
Patience.
And maybe lose patience on it, and maybe get tagged himself back.
Okay, now what has he still got, in your opinion, to learn?
A lot.
He hasn't a terrible lot to learn. If he keeps progressing the way he has done within this last year, there's been very few people in the world who'll beat McGuigan.
The manager, Barney Eastwood, bookie, ex-Tyrone Gaelic minor, reputed to be a millionaire, and for years now in Belfast, Mr. Boxing.
Well, when I stopped promoting in the 60s, I'd promised myself that if the right fighter ever did come along, that I'd manage him and possibly promote again. It wasn't until I spotted Barry that I thought that day had arrived, and that was after being out of the game for some 17, 18 years. I did see Barry on the television, and I went to see him box in Dublin. On that occasion, there was quite a few people that were supposed to be good judges were sort of decrying the boy and saying that he hadn't got it. But I realised there and then that he had a lot of potential, and he wasn't a 3-round fighter. It was 33 rounds he needed. And also I could detect that he was possibly overtrained. He was a bit slow and hesitant. And I went along and I talked with him. Then he came to me and talked to me on a couple of occasions. And when he came back, he said, well, I'd like you to manage me. And I said, Barry, well, it is very time consuming, and if I'm going to put my effort into you, I want to know more about you. So we'll leave it for another couple of months until I find out more about you, and you can come and visit me. So after a couple of months then, we both took the plunge together. A lot of the English people were very disappointed, Mr. Duff and Terry Lawless, and there was quite a few others. And it was rumoured at that time that Barry had got a big fee, signing on fee, but this was all nonsense. He got nothing, and I told him he was getting nothing except my services and my experience.
In a word, what is the quality that he's got that you think might make him great?
Well, he has dedication and all the things that a good fighter should have, but he's a devastating body puncher. I've never seen a body puncher like him in this country, and certainly in few others.